Then, now, forever, together.
Welcome to Denver, Colorado, and welcome to Friday Night Smackdown, where we are opening up with Nia Jax. She's looking to get some off her chest. You already know what I'm about to say. Let's go ahead and hear her out. Tiffany Stratton was successful at retaining her title against me. However, she had to use her little minions, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, to do so. So how about, Tiffany, we set up a Hell in a Cell match, no escaping, me and you, one last time for your title. What do you say? And look at Nia Jax calling out Tiffany Stratton for a Hell in a Cell match for Tiffany Stratton's Women's WWE Championship. We'll have to see what happens, what Tiffany Stratton has to say to that, if she accepts, rejects. We'll have to find out, but for now, we move on to a huge match to open up. We have a last woman standing match and a rematch of last week as Julia, the beautiful Madness, looks to seek revenge against Piper Niven, who with a big amount of help from Chelsea Green last week, was able to get the victory up against Julia. However, this week, not only is it a different type of match, we have a last woman standing match. Anything goes, pretty much, as well as Piper Niven is not allowed to have Chelsea Green or Alba Fire in her corner as this match begins. Who will win this rivalry match? Ever since Julia has arrived to SmackDown, it has been the Green Regime and the Secret Service, which have been just in her way, annoying her and getting in her way of what she plans to do, and is win that U.S. title, as the referee is counting Piper Niven may actually lose this match nice and early. We get to 7-8, but Piper Niven gets up and the count is broken. However, Julia now able to deal some big damage with the kendo stick, but as I was saying, Julia is aiming for that U.S. title. Chelsea Green, though, we obviously know she has big attachment issues when it comes to that title, so she has been in the way of Julia. Should have been in the way of Dakota Kai, who we were able to crown as our new Women's United States Champion. What a match that was. And while a lot of people believed Dakota Kai didn't deserve that title match, as she had barely switched to SmackDown, she got it and she won for a reason. One of the people who were very loud when it came to, telling our GM that she didn't deserve it. Hold on, Julia able to pick up Piper Niven and now slam her down. Is this going to be enough to win the match? Julia not finished, though, as she picks up Piper Niven instead, looking to deal some more damage. Big right fist, now sending Piper Niven outside of the ring. Julia looking to fly in a big drop onto the stomach of Piper Niven, who may be out cold. And hold on, Julia with a big splash, making sure Piper Niven can't get out of this. And now Julia continues, though, as she uses the kendo stick. Piper Niven gets up. Maybe if Julia would have allowed the pain to just kind of sit in, maybe Piper Niven would have just laid there. But, when you're feeling pain, you have to move so that the pain stops, if you know what I mean. As this match continues, the ref trying to count. However, Julia continuing her assault onto Piper Niven. I don't even think she's trying to win the match. She's just trying to release all that anger she has from last week, as Chelsea Green basically cost her the match. And looking to get that victory against Piper Niven. However, Piper Niven has found the second wave of energy as she is now the woman on the attack, and she clears up the commentator's table. Julia is sent right into the steel steps. Let me go back to what I was saying just moments ago. One of the superstars who was the loudest when it came to complaining to the GM that Dakota Kai didn't deserve that title match was Zelina Vega. And well, I know she deserves her rematch as she was a champion. It's a rule that she has that opportunity to a rematch, while sometimes the champions don't give them that rematch, like the New Day against the War Raiders, who still haven't given them that rematch. Most of the time it happens. So we are bound to see Zelina Vega versus Dakota Kai in a rematch for the Women's United States Championship pretty soon, as Zelina Vega was not happy that Dakota Kai was able to steal it from her in only her first match after switching to SmackDown. But anyhow, enough talk about the title, enough talk about Dakota Kai and Zelina Vega. Piper Niven may be able to put the match away right here. Will she be able to get it done? Does not allow the ref to even start counting, as Piper Niven instead looking for the submission hold. I'm not sure if you can win the match like this, but she is trying it nevertheless. But look at the strength from Julia, who is able to get up and now able to send Piper Niven flying. Big front flip to Piper Niven. And now we have some back and forth action, and what a way to begin this night. We have a last woman standing match. Let's be honest, in other promotions, this would be your main event, but here at WWE, we do things different. As tonight, we still have some more big matches. We have more Money in the Bank qualifying matches. We also have the finale to the #1 Contenders Tournament, who will face off against the winner of tonight's match, as Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga get a title match for not being able to participate in the tag team tournament. In our main event, they take on the Street Profits, who will come out on top and face the winner of the #1 Contenders Tournament. Hold on, Piper Niven may lose at the ref's count, gets to 9. Piper Niven gets up at the very last second. I thought Julia had the match won, but no, Piper Niven said, relax, I'm still in this. And while she's knocked down once again, Julia attacking out with a candlestick. Piper Niven was able to get up at the last second. Now Piper Niven holding on to the ropes, but getting dropped by Julia, as Julia looks to continue the damage onto Piper Niven with the kendo stick, and she is getting it done. Julia has been in control. Julia has been doing big damage and releasing all that frustration, all that anger from last week. However, Piper Niven is just so much of a beast that no matter what Julia throws at her, she is able to counter, and she is able to get up before the 10 seconds. And maybe this can allow Piper Niven to just continue attacking Julia as she just did now. And now the referee starts counting. I was about to say, if Piper Niven can have this stamina and this resilience, then maybe she can win the match by just holding on and making a comeback very late. But Julia able to get up. However, Piper Niven is not finished as she picks up and slams Julia, and this match may be finished, but no, Julia is able to get up. Piper Niven, though, is not done attacking, picking up Julia, and now dropping her onto the ropes, straight on that throat of Julia, who somehow is still getting up. After that, this match continues. Now Julia able to counter, looking to finish Piper Niven, picking her up and slamming her down, and Piper Niven now, who almost looked like winning the match just moments ago, may be out. Is this it? Is this enough? Julia Now with the steel steps, it seems like she's just waiting for Piper Niven just in case she gets up. Not a lot of confidence there. And I see why she doesn't have confidence, as Piper Niven once again at the very, very last second gets up. And what a great match we are having here. Our opening match is already an instant classic 5-star banger. One which we will watch over and over and over again as the ref's count gets to 8. Julia may win this. 9. Piper Niven gets up for a third time at the very last seconds. Julia is throwing absolutely everything she has, but Piper Niven is not allowing Julia to get the victory. What does Julia have to do to win? Can she even win, as Piper Niven just seems unbeatable? A true monster, a true warrior. Piper Niven, what are you made out of, Julia? Looking for another finisher. Will this finally put Piper Niven away? Will it be enough? As Julia grabs the kendo stick, and once again it looks like she is just waiting, preparing just in case if Piper Niven isn't able to get up. Will she be able to pull off a fourth? No, she will not. Finally, Julia is able to put away Piper Niven. And you know, I think what's next for Julia is Chelsea Green. She got involved in Julia's match, cost her match against Piper Niven last week. She has been able to beat Alba Fire. Now Piper Niven in the last woman standing match. Congratulations to Julia. What a war. And in my opinion, Chelsea Green, watch out, because you are next. But we move forward as we have some Money in the Bank qualifying matches. The first superstar who looks to qualify for Money in the Bank for the very first time, Drago. He came in at Clash at the Castle looking to help El Legado del Fantasma. And while he took that L a couple weeks back, he was able to beat Ethan Page, and now looking to qualify for Money in the Bank. But in his way, the second superstar of this match, Damian Priest, as he looks to become Senor Money in the Bank for a second time. Will he be able to pull it off? Will he be able to qualify? We're gonna have to find out in a couple of moments, as the third superstar is gonna be the Man Dragon, Ilya Dragunov, who looks to qualify for Money in the Bank, returning from injury, swap to SmackDown. Can he pull it off, make Money in the Bank, and then go on to win Money in the Bank? We're gonna go ahead and have to see, as we have these three superstars, Drago, Damian Priest, and Ilya Dragunov, in our first Money in the Bank qualifying match of the night. We still have a couple more, and don't forget, in our main event, Tonga Loa Tama Tonga take on the WWE Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits, for their title. Will we be able to crown new Tag Team Champions? We'll have to see, as we also have the finale, the final match of the number one contenders tag team tournament tonight. We find out who will still be champion and who will face off against them. But for now, we focus on this match as Ilya Dragunov trying to use the kendo stick, but absolutely stunned by Drago, who just pulled off some crazy move I have never seen before. And somehow he is still able to be countered by Dragunov, who's now fighting off Damian Priest. But Drago pulling off a big move right there now. Dropping Damian Priest. Drago. Big kicks to Ilya Dragunov as Damian Priest stunned outside. Drago. Big kick to Ilya Dragunov. Now Damian Priest looking to attack. However, Drago. A huge DDT off the top of the ropes onto Damian Priest. And Drago is looking hot. He is looking in control. However, Damian Priest able to drop him now with a big kick. And Damian Priest continues his attack. Now picking up Drago and looking to drop him onto the ropes. However, look at Ilya Dragunov, who was just waiting for Damian Priest to finish that before attacking him with the kendo stick, as Ilya Dragunov continues and now attacks Drago as well. Ilya Dragunov using these weapons to the full advantage, as Ilya Dragunov knocking down and not allowing Damian Priest to get up, now countering him, kicking him, but Drago able to interrupt, able to get in the way, now dropping Ilya Dragunov, and he now looks for the pinfall. 1, 2, but a kick out at 2. And something I say very frequently about these triple threat, about fatal 4 matches or more, is right when you get rid of one opponent, the next one is right there and then. But not for Drago, who at the moment both of his superstars are stunned in a big Hurricane Rana on the outside of the ring to Ilya Dragunov. However, Damian Priest is just watching, just waiting, and right there, as soon as Drago was done with his attack onto Ilya Dragunov, big boots by Damian Priest, who is now countered by Ilya Dragunov. And already our second match in all my days, Ilya Dragunov has just been folded like an omelet on the floor. No padding, no nothing. Whole lot of concussion and neck pain right there, as Drago is showing no mercy. Now looking to send Ilya Dragunov into the apron, and is successful in doing so. Drago looks to use a sledgehammer, however, Damian Priest interrupts, now sending him into the steel steps. Dragunov able to counter Damian Priest, dropping him, as now Dragunov looks to take control against Damian Priest, who is interrupted by the referee. However, big clothesline by Ilya Dragunov, as now Drago, a huge diamond cutter, and he was looking for the pinfall, but Damian Priest able to break the count. And now Damian Priest may be able to put this match away as he pulls off a huge stunner on Drago. Ilya Dragunov, though, is right there as he looks for the pinfall. Quickly broken. Damian Priest not even able to get that 1 count on Drago. Ilya Dragunov now attacking Damian Priest. Big kick to Damian Priest. Now Drago, though, dropping Ilya Dragunov. And Drago, what is he looking to do as 2 men laying down on the outside of the ring? Drago has a chair. He's looking to use it on Ilya Dragunov. However, Ilya able to counter big slaps. And another, and more, some big slaps onto Drago, who is now sent into the steel steps by Damian Priest. And look at Ilya Dragunov, maybe looking to fly. Sees Damian Priest get inside, decides maybe not. Now Ilya Dragunov able to counter Damian Priest, and now looking to give a bunch of slaps to Damian Priest as well, and able to get it done, as Ilya Dragunov now sending Damian Priest into the corner, and now looking for a big right punch. However, look, Drago is right there. Ilya Dragunov doesn't even see. Damian Priest gets up quickly. Pinfall. Can he pull it off? Drago is right there just watching. And he waited to get the hopes up of Ilya Dragunov just a little bit before he broke the count, as Ilya Dragunov, Drago are the only man standing. Big splash by Drago. And before he can even think about the pinfall, Ilya Dragunov is right there. What a fantastic match this is. These three have all just been giving it their all in order to try to win this match, and they are doing phenomenal. However, with so much power, with so much greatness, it is difficult to get that 3 count. However, Ilya Dragunov may be able to pull it off. No, he slips, misses his kick, and now Damian Priest able to counter Drago, able to counter Damian Priest, and now Drago may win the match. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 from Damian Priest. Ilya Dragunov climbs in to the ring, dropping Drago, now looking for the pin for 1. Damian Priest kicks out quickly. However, Ilya Dragunov looking for the pin for once more. 1, 2, but a kick out at 2 from Damian Priest as this match continues. Now Ilya Dragunov resorting to using the sledgehammer onto Damian Priest, who is being torn apart at the moment. Drago coming in with the candlestick. However, he is quickly attacked by the sledgehammer. Maybe not, as Drago able to counter. He may win the match. 1, 2, 3, and Drago, for the first time ever, he joined WWE, and now, just a couple weeks after joining, he has qualified for the Money in the Bank ladder match. Congratulations to Drago, who is now in Money in the Bank. And look who we have here, R-Truth. We haven't seen him in a while, but he is back. He has a mic. You already know what I'm about to say. Let's go ahead and hear him out. Usually, I'm the funny guy who goes around just having a good time. But tonight, I want to speak on a more serious note. Evil doesn't exist. Evil is merely the absence of good. See, John Cena, the new John Cena, isn't evil. He is only missing some good within him. See, he has become corrupted by titles, records, and has been blinded by these things which don't allow him to see any good or to not see any of the love we have for him. He is my childhood hero. I want to help my hero and return him back into his true self. John Cena, I care for you. The WWE Universe cares for you. And we want the real you back. Take a look around and realize, while you may have what you want, you didn't get it the way you wanted. Stop playing victim to hate you got from years ago. You have proved those people wrong by now. Turn back on your bad ways and become that John Cena we all know and love before it's too late. And R-Truth with some big words, but John Cena coming out now. Let's hear him out. R-Truth, beautiful words you have, but they don't mean nothing to me. You care too much. And as much as your message was beautiful and all, you have no idea what I've been through and what I'm capable of. So how about you leave me and my business alone? You know what? No. See, John Cena, I see those cracks within you. I'ma keep trying. One day you'll crack, and we'll have you back to normal. And R-Truth with some big words towards John Cena. To me, that sounded like some poetic, nice words. If I was John Cena, I would apologize right there and then. But John Cena still not allowing himself to go back to how R-Truth said, without John Cena, we know and love. However, R-Truth is not done. He said he sees those cracks within John Cena, and shortly we will have the old John Cena back. We'll see what that moves into, but for now we focus on the finale, the final match of the number one contenders tag team tournament. And what a match we have. Let's be honest, you look at the Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, the Wyatt Six, Pretty Deadly. These two tag teams aren't your biggest teams compared to them, but they have something within them which has carried them to the final, which is going to be phenomenal because this isn't your ordinary final. It's not only the final match of the tournament. It's not only to become the number one contenders. This is also a huge rivalry ever since Rey Mysterio and Rey Fénix have been here on SmackDown. Los Garzas, El Legado del Fantasma have been in their way. And Rey and Fénix have been able to, push them apart, or push them away, and beat El Legado del Fantasma. But it looks like their story is not finished as we get now the final of this tag team tournament number one contenders match. Rey Fénix, Rey Mysterio, a tag team which didn't exist only a couple of weeks ago, now in the final. And at the moment may be looking to become the number one contenders as they face off against Los Garza. Big rivals as they were able to beat them at Clash at the Castle. Team Legado del Fantasma, or Team Santos Escobar, hold on, Berto looking for the pinfall, one, but a quick kick out from Rey Mysterio, big splash by Berto, but yeah, as I was saying, we had Berto, Angel, Santos Escobar, and Drago lose to Rey Mysterio, Rey Fénix, Dragon Lee, and I believe Cruz del Toro. So they bound to have some anger within them after losing at Clash at the Castle, but we'll see how it goes because Rey Fénix, Rey Mysterio do not show mercy against people like these guys who have been a thorn on their side, who have been their rivals ever since they arrived to SmackDown. As you guys couldn't see, but Rey Fénix, he's headed there once again. He has been attacking Angel on the outside of the ring, and at the moment, Rey Mysterio is just playing around with Berto like a... Well, I probably shouldn't say that. Never mind. Pinfall one. I was about to say like a kid, but that sounds wrong. What I mean is just Rey Mysterio is able to just beat up and take over this match easily against Berto. That experience and that overall talent is too much for Berto as Rey Mysterio looks to fly and a big splash now, looking for the pinfall. 1, 2. It almost got the victory there. Berto is torn down, and while he gets up quickly, he is quickly countered. Berto has no one to look to help him as Angel is stunned on the outside of the ring. Fénix is right there, ready to help Rey Mysterio, who may not need help as he pulls off the 619 out frog splash, and he may become the number one contenders for the tag team titles. But Angel, somehow, even after getting beat up by Rey Fénix, is able to break the pinfall. However, Rey Mysterio tries again on Alberto, who hasn't got up, and just like that, what a quick match. Rey Mysterio, Rey Fénix, a team which was only just, put together weeks ago, are now your number one contenders and will face off against whoever wins tonight's title match between Tongaloa, Tama and the Street Profits. So we'll have to see. But Rey Mysterio, Rey Fénix, once again a team that was only put together a couple of weeks ago, are now tag team champions. And now, though, we keep moving on what has already been such a fantastic night. We had, in my opinion, banger after banger after banger, and we continue here as we have yet another Money in the Bank qualifying match. We have Jade Cargill, Selena Vega, who we were talking about early, as she has not been happy by the fact that Kota Kai got a title match almost instantly after switching over to SmackDown. Both of these women looking to qualify into Money in the Bank. And now the third superstar, a woman who we do not see too often. But she is trying to change that as she looks to qualify for Money in the Bank. Indy Hartwell, Zelina Vega, Jade Cargill. All three women looking to qualify to Money in the Bank, but only one ticket. Who will make it to the Money in the Bank ladder match? We will find out as this match begins. You guys have your clear favorites and the underdogs. We'll see as Zelina Vega, Indy Hartwell starting off hot. Jade Cargill went straight for the kendo stick. Didn't even try to hurt or attack anyone as this match gets started. Jade Cargill attacking Zelina with the kendo stick. However, big boots by Indy, who may qualify pinfall, but quickly broken by Jade Cargill, who now continues using that kendo stick on both Zelina and Indy, who is able to counter now, drops Jade Cargill, who was supposed to be the next one in line for Tiffany Stratton's title, but then we had Bianca get in the way, and then right when Bianca wanted to announce the number one contenders match, Naomi got in the way, and now tonight's Nia. And well, since Naomi has made it to Money in the Bank, she probably isn't so focused on that number one contenders match at the moment, probably more focused on Money in the Bank. And if Jade Cargill is able to qualify here tonight, the same goes for her, but we were supposed to have that match, that triple threats now. First, again, it was supposed to be Jade and Bianca. Naomi budged in to that old drama, but we'll have to see now, because Nia Jax calling out Tiffany for Hell in the Cell. Tiffany has her hands full. You have Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax, Jade, Bianca, Naomi, just to name a few, and there are so much more as Jade Cargill, look what she's about to do. Absolutely stunning. Indy Hartwell, however, look at Zelina Vega, who is able to use a steel chair to knock down Jade Cargill, who rolls out. Zelina Vega may steal the victory. 1, 2, 3, and Jade Cargill was trying to climb the ropes and break the count, but Zelina Vega was too quick. She was able to steal the victory, and now she has qualified for Money in the Bank. Congratulations. And now look who's here. The Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, the United States Champion, ready to talk. Let's go ahead and hear him out. Solo Sikoa, I want to leave this bloodline which you have created before it's too late. See, you are jealous of me. So how about we set up a match? Me against you, my title on the line. But as well, if I win, I leave. And Solo Sikoa looking to respond almost instantly. Let's go ahead and hear him out. Jacob Fatu, you need to relax when it comes to making matches like these. If you want to fight, I'll give you a fight. But before, you have to earn it. So how about 2 solo matches next week against Tama Tonga and Tongaloa? If you beat them, me against you. If you win, you leave. If I win, I get that title. You know what? Let's do it. And look at this. Things continue to stir up between Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, who has claimed that Solo has become jealous, who has been acting weird ever since Jacob Fatu won his United States title, claiming that Solo is jealous. And Jacob Fatu now wants to leave this bloodline before their relationship is ruined even more. Good looks by Jacob Fatu. However, Solo does not want to let his enforcer, Jacob Fatu, leave that easily. And now, look what we have next week. Jacob Fatu takes on Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga in 2 separate matches. If he's able to win, he puts his United States title on the line. Solo allows Jacob to leave if Jacob is able to win. However, if not, Solo becomes a new United States champion. And then what would that mean for Jacob? He just has to stay there forever? Would he still get a chance? I mean, if I'm Solo, I see a man wants to leave. He's doing all this to leave. That's not a trustworthy man, whether that's family or not. We'll have to see how that goes next week. Will Jacob Fatu be able to get past Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga? We'll have to find out. As for now, we move into yet another Money in the Bank qualifying match. We have Aleister Black, Karrion Kross, and Dr. Wagner Jr. who all look to qualify for Money in the Bank. We have not seen from Karrion ever since he beats AJ Styles, I believe, who after losing to Karrion we have not heard of, we have not seen. AJ Styles was supposed to embrace that evil side of his and just accept it if he lost to Karrion, which he did. And, well, ever since then we have not seen him. Will he come back, or is he just done because he doesn't want that for himself? Or is he going to be a man of his word and he's just prepping up? We'll have to see. For now, though, we focus on this match. Money in the Bank qualifying matches as Karrion Kross looks to qualify nice and early. Aleister Black, though, able to break the counts. Now sending Karrion into the corner. Karrion Kross able to counter. And now a big clothesline by Karrion Kross, who looks for the pinfall. 1. Quick kick out by Aleister Black as now Dr. Wagner Jr. was looking to attack Karrion Kross, not able to do so. Aleister Black sends Dr. Wagner flying. Karrion looking for the submission. Can he make him tap? No, almost instantly escaping right there. As now Aleister Black trying to bring in a metal bat. However, look at Karrion looking for the submission once again. Aleister Black able to escape though. As Aleister Black now looking to take control of this match, sending Karrion on the ropes. And oh my days, a huge suplex by Aleister Black, who is now being attacked by Dr. Wagner Jr. And what another match we are having tonight has been phenomenal as we prepare and move towards Money in the Bank. Not this weekend, but next weekend we have Money in the Bank. We have our 2 ladder matches, men and women. We also have Ethan Page taking on Joe Henry for the TNA World Championship. Very first time it will be defended on WWE territory. And we also have Io Sky trying to regain her Women's World Championship against Alexa Bliss. Great matches which we have confirmed so far. As Aleister Black at the moment, the man in control. Karrion trying to switch things around though. Can he pull it off? Some big punches onto Aleister Black. And now Karrion Kross looking to finish this match. Can he pull it off? Can he get it done? Whoa. Dr. Wagner Jr. right there. And then ready to attack Karrion. He is now countered as Karrion now looks for the pinfall. 1, 2. Oh, almost qualified for Money in the Bank, but Aleister Black able to kick out at 2. And real quick, I want to talk about how much people want Aleister Black to win Money in the Bank. Excuse me, not Aleister Black. Who want Karrion Kross to win Money in the Bank. Karrion Kross has been able to get behind the fans. The fans have been calling his name. They have been trying to manifest Karrion Kross winning, and he may qualify for Money in the Bank right here. 1. Aleister Black able to break the count though. And the fans have been trying to manifest that these opportunities for Karrion Kross, who is now stunned by a big kick. Aleister Black, the man in control. But Aleister Black doesn't realize that Karrion is right there and ready and waiting for him. Maybe he does, but he is too focused on Dr. Wagner Jr., who is now standing outside the ring. Big hits by the candlestick onto Aleister Black and another. As now Karrion Kross looks for the pinfall. Can he qualify? One. Kick out at one. Very quick kick fall from Aleister Black as this match continues. Big kick by Aleister Black. Can he beat Karrion Kross? No, he can't as he looks to climb the middle ropes, but that Dr. Wagner Jr. interrupting. And now Karrion Kross able to counter. Can he get the victory here? Maybe not as Dr. Wagner Jr. able to counter. Karrion Kross gets up quickly, only to be stunned with a huge powerbomb by Dr. Wagner Jr. Somehow Karrion still able to counter now some big punches to Aleister Black. Now stunning him. Big DDT. Karrion Kross trying to get up, but Dr. Wagner Jr. right there. May qualify for Money in the Bank 1. A huge kick out by Karrion Kross. Somehow able to kick out at 1. Now able to counter, sending Dr. Wagner Jr. outside of the ring. And now Aleister Black, the man in control. No, maybe not as Karrion able to counter. Big hits, a huge kick by Aleister Black, who may be able to qualify. One, and somehow, Karrion Kross has been able to kick out at 1. The fans are loving this. They want Karrion to win as he keeps fighting on. Aleister Black misses his kick. Dr. Wagner Jr. with some big punches. Suplex as he now looks for the pinfall. Karrion, get up, 2. Aleister Black has been able to kick out somehow, someway. Aleister Black has just kicked out of that. And now it is Aleister Black who is in control as he now looks to lay some big damage onto Dr. Wagner Jr. Instead, big knees, big punches, and a big stunner onto Karrion Kross, who was trying to sneak attack Aleister Black with a metal bat, not able to do so. Dr. Wagner Jr. now trying to attack Aleister Black, successful in doing so. I think he was going to look for the pinfall, however, Karrion able to get up before Dr. Wagner even thought about a big elbow. Karrion Kross now, what is he looking to do as Aleister Black is stunned on the outside of the ring? Dr. Wagner, big hits by the metal bat onto Dr. Wagner Jr. and now onto Aleister Black as Karrion Kross is releasing everything he has left within him to try to come out on top in this match. And he now looks to charge up, dodging Aleister Black's kick. Wow! Some speed from Karrion Kross, who may be able to put this match away. What the hell is Dr. Wagner Jr. doing? Flexing as Karrion Kross has qualified. The fans are going crazy. What a match as Karrion Kross, who is bleeding, has just qualified for Money in the Bank. Congratulations to Karrion Kross. As we now move in to our final Money in the Bank qualifying match of the night. The first superstar looking to qualify for Money in the Bank, as I talked about her before. She has been aiming for Tiffany Stratton's WWE Women's Championship in her way. Have been Naomi and Jade Cargill. All 3 women have been in the way of one another. And tonight, Bianca looks to find a different path to Tiffany Stratton's title without so much Naomi or Jade in the way. We saw Jade get her victory pretty much stolen by Zelina Vega. And obviously, I can't remember if it was last week or the week before that, we saw Naomi qualify for Money in the Bank. So while technically, if Bianca qualifies, Naomi would still be in the way during the match. Once she wins, no one can stop her from cashing in the Money in the Bank. We'll have to see if she even qualifies, as in her way is BFAB, looking to just cement herself in the title, contentions, whether that's the U.S. title or Tiffany Stratton's title. And we also have Elektra Lopez, who we don't see too often in matches, but tonight she is starting off hot. Who will qualify for Money in the Bank? Do not forget, after this, hold on, Elektra looking for the pinfall, quickly broken by BFAB. As I was saying, though, do not forget tonight, in our main event. Oh my days, I'm interrupted once more. BFAB 1. Kick out at 1. As I was saying, do not forget tonight, in our main event, we still have Tongaloa, Tama Tonga, the Tonga brothers, taking on the WWE Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits, for that title right there. Hold on, pinfall. 1, 2. Oh, BFAB looking for those pinfalls. Not able to pull it off, though. As I was saying, for that title, those tag team titles, will we have new champions to face off against the number 1 contenders, Rey Mysterio and Rey Fenix, the Rays? Or will we still have the Street Profits as our champions? We'll find out in our main event, which will be later, I do believe, after this match. But for now, let's go ahead and focus on this match, as BFAB once again looking for the pinfall. Ooh, kick out before 1. BFAB has been looking for a lot of pinfalls, looking to just any opportunity she can to try and get that 3 count. You don't know when the superstar may be surprised. It may just lay there for those 3 seconds, whether they're that hurt or not. But Bianca, big stunner to Elektra, now able to stop BFAB, as Elektra somehow gets up, sends Bianca into the corner. Bianca able to counter now BFAB, using the kendo stick on Elektra. Bianca now able to remove that kendo stick, and now looking to drop BFAB face first, and she may qualify for Money in the Bank. 1, 2, 3, and just like that, Bianca has qualified for Money in the Bank. She will be there side by side fighting with a woman who has been in her way, Naomi. And Money in the Bank keeps getting better and better. But now we move on to our main event of the night. We have a championship match for the WWE for the WWE Tag Team Championships, the SmackDown Championships, Tag Team Championships, whatever you want to call them. Tongaloa, Tama Tonga look to become WWE Tag Team Champions once again. But in their way, the champions, the Street Profits, Angelo and Montez Ford, as they look to retain their titles once again. They were able to retain their titles in that huge, fantastic TLC match. Can they do it once more here against Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, as the Street Profits coming in ready, coming in hot, looking to come out of this match as champions and then face off against the number 1 contenders, Rey Mysterio and Rey Fenix. However, we already know Tama Tonga, Tongaloa were not happy with not being able to participate in the tournament. So they are looking to take full advantage of this championship opportunity. Will they be able to pull it off? We'll find out, as there it is. a beautiful title, one of my favorite looking titles. The WWE Tag Team Championships are on the line as the challengers. They have earned this shot by not being able to participate in the tag team tournament. It may not be the best way of, earning a title shot, but a title shot is a title shot nevertheless. The challengers looking to become the new tag team champions, Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, the Tonga brothers. Will they be able to become champions once again? And then we have the champions, the Street Profits, the reigning, defending champions, Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, the Street Profits, your WWE Tag Team Champions. Will they be able to pull off another title defense? Or will Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa be able to get the best of them here tonight? We will find out as we are ready to get this match started and get this match underway. Our main event here tonight on SmackDown. We have already had multiple instant classics, 5-star bangers, and this is looking to be another one as Montez Ford quickly looks for the pinfall. However, Tonga Loa able to kick out nice and quickly. Tama Tonga now being dropped, which allows Tonga Loa to get on the attack as he looks to deal some big damage onto the legs of Montez Ford, and successful in doing so. I spoke to Montez Ford about this number one contenders tag team tournament, and I spoke to him, questioned him on how he felt about the finalists, Los Garza and Rey Mysterio and Rey Fenix, and he told me, first and foremost, I'm surprised they made it to the final. I expected DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, maybe even the Wyatt Six. But I don't care who makes it to the final or who wins, because at the end of the day, we are still going to be champions. It took us multiple years to earn these titles back, and we do not plan on losing them this quickly. So a lot of confidence from Montez Ford when it comes to the WWE Tag Team Championships, when it comes to the number one contenders and the whole tag team tournament. We'll see if they even come out on top tonight. At the moment, it is looking like yes, as Angelo Dawkins attacks Tama Tonga once again. A very smart strategy, not allowing Tonga Loa to make the tag and just making him suffer inside of the ring as Angelo sends Loa into the corner now, trying to crawl for the tag, but Tama Tonga is dropped once more as Tonga Loa is sent into the corner. Gets up quickly, but a quick clothesline. Sorry for the stutter. It has been a difficult and long night. Lots of Money in the Bank qualifying matches. So many names, so many stuff going on. And in this match, it is more of that. As Montez Ford dropping Tama Tonga once again. And now big damage to Tonga Loa with a big, huge splash. Now looking for the pinfall. One. Oh, but a kick out at one from Tonga Loa. Not even the 2 count. Even after all the damage that has been done to him, he's still able to kick out. And now able to move out of the way of Montez Ford's splash. He may be able to get onto the attack now as he picks up Montez Ford and Samoan drop onto Montez Ford as finally Tonga Loa able to make the tag. However, Tama Tonga is already weak. He is not, fresh. He is definitely fresher than Tonga Loa, which allows him to lay some big damage onto Montez Ford, and a big splash onto Montez Ford. Like I was saying, he's fresher, which is allowing him to do all of this, but still not fresh enough as Montez Ford able to counter for just a moment. However, Tama Tonga back on the attack quite quickly as he now looks to penetrate the stomach of Montez Ford with a big boot. And now a big kick to the face as Tama Tonga is looking to climb the top ropes. He's looking to fly, however, Montez Ford gets up quickly. Tama Tonga flies with no one home, quickly drops Angelo Dawkins, who has now been tagged in. And now Tonga Loa tagged in quickly, met by a huge clothesline from Angelo. Tonga Loa gets up quickly, trying to take control, trying to pick up Angelo. Is successful in doing so, countered and DDT by Angelo, who tries to splash Tonga Loa. Able to move out of the way though, as he now drops Angelo Dawkins. Some huge strength right there from Tonga Loa, who now looks to continue the attack on Angelo. However, Angelo able to counter now. Oh my days. That smack from the air down. You can hear it from a mile away, and somehow Tonga Loa is still able to fight back against Angelo Dawkins as Tonga Loa looks for the submission. Can he become the new tag team champion? No, as Angelo Dawkins able to escape. Now countering it once again, dropping Tonga Loa as he scraped the turnbuckles just slightly. This time Tama Tonga able to defend himself from being attacked. Tonga Loa sent into the turnbuckle, and once again, very good from Tama Tonga, who is able to defend himself, and he celebrates a little bit as look at Angelo Dawkins looking for Tama Tonga, who runs away. Instead, Angelo Dawkins continues his attack on Tonga Loa. And this time, finally, Angelo Dawkins able to get some attack in on Tama Tonga, who isn't even the legal superstar, but nevertheless, he has taken a lot of damage, almost as much as Tonga Loa, who is now picking up Angelo Dawkins and slamming him down, now looking to fly. Angelo Dawkins, though, able to move out of the way just in time, as now this match may be put away here as Angelo Dawkins charges up. He looks to put a finish to this match. Can he get it done? Is this it? 1, 2, but a kick. Oh, no. Excuse me, not a kick out. As Tama Tonga was able to break the count. He's now knocked down at Angelo Dawkins, looking for the second. And no, kick out at 1 from a very weak, very stunned, very, maybe even injured Tonga Loa. Now Montez Ford tagged in. Big DDT. It's been a fantastic strategy from the Street Profits to try to retain their titles. And look at this. Montez Ford with a funny gesture, a funny celebration, whatever you want to call it. As Montez Ford was looking to fly, Tonga Loa, though, hops outside the ring. Montez Ford just watching. I'm not sure if he's gonna jump or not. He's just waiting on the top of the turnbuckle. He tells the ref to count faster, as the ref's count now gets to 4. However, Tonga Loa has been now into the ring, excuse me, I'm telling you, it's been a long night. Tonga Loa sent into the ropes, however, able to counter. Big kick, countered himself though, as big DDT from Montez Ford, who now looks to climb the top ropes. However, look at Tonga Loa, who may be able to make the tag, but no. Broken up by Montez Ford, who now keeps Tonga Loa away from Tama Tonga. Can this match be put away as Montez Ford climbs the top ropes once again? Angelo Dawkins is headed towards Tama Tonga on the outside of the ring. Huge splash from Montez Ford, who looks for the victory. 1, 2, 3, and just like that, the Street Profits are still your WWE Tag Team Champions. Congratulations, but now Rey Fenix and Rey Mysterio are knocking on the door. And next week, another title match for the Street Profits. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed. We will see you on Monday Night Raw.